Good morning to you all. Happy Thursday. I'm Heather Brown, and we are here at CBSN Minnesota's Morning Update. It is the Twins Hope opener today, so we're pretty excited for that. So let's go ahead. Let's get right started on in this because it's not so great. Not so great weather for the Twins game, but Rocco Baldelli is telling us, look, we can do this. Let's just get through this. No matter the rain, the damp, the wet, we got this. So Riley says, showers on and off throughout the day. It's dry right here early in the morning, but keep that umbrella handy today. All right, let's get right into this. You all remember when the pandemic started, you could not find a disinfecting wipe or a household cleaner everywhere. You remember? It was toilet paper, it was yeast, and it was Clorox wipes. So now the CDC is saying that studies estimate every time you touch a contaminated surface, your chances of getting infected are less than 1 in 10,000. Isn't that crazy compared to kind of what we thought it was before? But 1 in 10,000, that is very low. So now the CDC is saying that cleaning those high-touch surfaces once a day with regular soap or cleaner should actually be enough. You don't have to wipe down your apples. You don't have to spray everything with disinfectant and let it sit for 3 minutes there. So even with this new information, because we know that the science is always changing, we're just interested to know, where are you with your cleaning? How do you look at this? Are you still going to be wiping everything down and using those cleaners and all those hand sanitizers? Are you going to think about taking a break from it? Let us know. If you are watching right here on Facebook, leave a comment because I want to read through a couple of those in just a moment. We are heading into day 7 of the Derek Chauvin trial with new perspective on some of the evidence. Several investigators addressed key pieces of evidence that they had collected the night George Floyd died. So that included drugs that BCA agents saw but didn't test until the second search of the vehicle that came at the request of the defense. Testimony does continue this morning. Now, lucky for fans, little rain's not going to stop the Twins' home opener this afternoon. Team is back at Target Field today for that opener. The Twins, they're playing in front of a home crowd for the first time since October 2019. And we need a better outcome to this game than we did back then against the Yankees. This time, though, it's not going to be packed. 10,000 fans, though, still cheering from the stands at Target Field. And if you are heading to the ballpark, be sure to have your phone ready. That's going to be your best friend. That's going to have your digital ticket there. Also, how you're going to be able to order all the food. Face masks, also face coverings, are required inside the ballpark. Now, here's the rundown for today's game against the Mariners. First pitch set for 3:10 this afternoon, but the gates will open up 90 minutes before that. And former coach and manager Ron Gardenhire is going to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. It's going to go to his son, Toby, who's going to manage the St. Paul Saints, which is cool, but also cool that the Saints are the Twins' new AAA affiliate. So more fans at Target Field today will be a welcome sight for businesses downtown. Several restaurants near the field rely on game day traffic from the Twins and the Timberwolves. And since we know it's been more than a year, with fans without the stands, they say they are ready for a much-needed boost.
I could hire like 12, 13 people tomorrow morning if they're available.
Wow. Donovan's just reopened on Monday. They were closed for 13 months. Did not waste that time, though. The owner stayed busy refurbishing that downtown Irish pub, from redoing the bar to adding more seating inside and outside. Lots of space to welcome fans back. Several downtown restaurants are also in need of more help as this business picks up. You can learn about the jobs that are available out there on our website. U.S. Bank Stadium is getting a new purpose for the time being. It's becoming the state's latest vaccination site. So you might remember the Vikings training facility in Eagan was supposed to be the spot where people would get vaccinated this week, but storms damaged the roof there in Eagan. Crews are working to fix it now, but the state says that didn't want to wait too long to get those vaccines back on track. So those appointments are now going to happen inside U.S. Bank Stadium instead. And so officials are reaching out to those people who need to have their shot rescheduled. So as cases and hospitalizations rise in Minnesota of COVID, Governor Tim Walz says that he has no plans to reinstate coronavirus restrictions. And that's because vaccinations are on the rise here as well. So far, 42% of people 16 years or older have had at least one shot. Governor Walz says that if hospitals do become overrun again, he'll have to reconsider. But he stopped short of setting a date and parameters that would fully reopen the economy, adding that officials could have a clearer idea in just a few weeks.
A lot of our restrictions have come down. More will come off next week in the return to work, and that trying to get to that end state of those final mitigation efforts coming down, I think it is not only possible but probable.
So Governor Walz also says that he has no intention of requiring proof of vaccination. A group of local businesses are reopening at the Mall of America. The Community Commons merchants are minority owned with a focus on local goods. The specialty shops don't have to pay rent for 3 months. This is a way to help those businesses establish their brand. And since starting in October of last year, 6 brands have gone on to sign independent leases at the mall. The Community Commons is located on Level 2 South. We do have new details this morning in Tiger Woods' serious crash. Investigators say that he was driving at nearly twice the speed limit before that crash in L.A. So this happened back in February. Sent the 45-year-old golfer to the hospital for weeks. The sheriff's office says that Woods' SUV was going up to 87 miles per hour on a 45-mile-per-hour stretch of road. Investigators say that Tiger Woods was not impaired. He is now recovering at home. 3 Minnesota teams play today in the College Hockey Frozen Four. And first up, St. Cloud State will play Minnesota State at 4. Both are looking to make their first ever trip to the national championship with a win today. Then it's Minnesota Duluth and the University of Massachusetts. No win for UMD would notch its 4th straight trip to the championship. Alrighty, let's head back to today's talker. Cleaning, disinfecting. Do you really need to do it? Do you need to do it as much as we do? And Jackie says we are not as diligent as we were in the height of the pandemic in our house, but we are wearing masks and disinfecting hands upon getting back in the car after being in public, which I think any expert will tell you that's a good idea to do. Just wash your hands whenever you come back in from outside. Melody, there she goes. Wash your hands, always the best defense against virus. We started wiping down everything, but as the data came back, we just cleaned like before. I mean, that's the thing about this. The science is evolving as they learn more and more, especially about this coronavirus too. Jenny says, I still wipe down the light switches and doorknobs with sanitizing wipes. I wash my hands every time I come into the house. My house is a clean place. I would like to visit your house, Jenny. My house is not a clean place. And Joanne says, I'm not an obsessive cleaner. I think contact with some germs helps build our immune system. Good point there too. And I think we have Joanne again. I was never fanatical about wiping things down, but I still do wipe off doorknobs and faucet handles, as well as door handles and the steering wheel in the car. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. Good to know your cleaning routines and that you all are evolving just like the science is. That is your morning update from CBSN Minnesota. We are your only local streaming news source. You can find us on any of your devices. Download that CBS News app. You can also find us WCCO.com. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.